Hi guys, good afternoon. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I am your host Eddie. I hope you are all enjoying your Memorial Day weekend, and it's a pity that it's almost over, but let's make the best of it. And hopefully, what I'm about to say will perk you up even more. I meant to do this video a few days ago because this is still fairly new news. This was unveiled on either Wednesday or Thursday. It was right before Solo, a Star Wars story, came out, and it's the best news of all. Boba Fett is getting his own spin-off movie. Yes, the next officially known Star Wars spin-off, because there are a lot of rumors going around about an Obi-Wan Kenobi spin-off, and then there's a rumor about, what was the other one? I feel like there was another one. Was the Obi-Wan Kenobi the only rumored one? I think that's the only rumored one. Anyway, there's lots of talks of like Star Wars spin-off over the past couple of years, and now we finally have 100% official confirmation. Director and writer of the hit movie Logan, which saw the end of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine performance, James Mangold will write and direct a Boba Fett spin-off movie for Lucasfilm and Disney. Oh my God. The timing of this could not be better with the release of Solo, a Star Wars story, which is currently playing in theaters. It seems to be mostly a hit for most fans. I know lots of people didn't like it, but from what I could see, most people seem to have warmed up to it and really enjoyed it, as I have, and I hope most of you did too. But this, even if you didn't like Solo, I think hardcore Star Wars fans and enthusiasts should be trembling with excitement, because Boba Fett is one of the most fan favorite, beloved characters of the franchise over the years. You can ask any fan from any generation, and I bet you a lot of them will tell you their favorite character was or is Boba Fett. And now he's getting an entire movie dedicated to him, and that is incredibly exciting. This was rumored to be in the works for several years now. I think this was a rumor going back almost 6 or 7 years when Disney first bought Lucasfilm, or bought Star Wars. This was like a possibility. This was considered a remote possibility several years ago, but now flash forward in time several years later, Star Wars is just as big as it ever was, especially with movies like The Force Awakens, Rogue One, Last Jedi, now Solo, and now we're going to be getting a Boba Fett standalone spin-off film. Oh, it's so exciting. I'm tremendously excited and hopeful for this movie for a couple of reasons. James Mangold did an amazing job on the movie Logan, a movie about an unstoppable badass who could not be taken down, much like Boba Fett, although a lot of people will say, well, what about the whole Sarlacc pit thing? Well, I don't know if it was fan fiction or if it was official canon, but apparently he survived that, and he was pulled out by his fellow bounty hunter, Dengar, I think. Dengar or Bosk. One of those two saved him. Anyway, but... James Mangold has proven that he can write a story that's gritty and dark, but also incredibly enjoyable at the exact same time, about an awesome, iconic badass, just like Wolverine, just like Boba Fett. And then he is going to be getting some help. His co-writer is none other than, and it is such a perfect fit for this, Simon Kinberg, who is one of the executive producers / co-creators of the hit show Star Wars Rebels. He will be co-writing this movie along with James Mangold. That has got me especially excited, because Star Wars Rebels was an awesome show, as was Clone Wars. Both of them were excellent shows, just continuing and expanding the Star Wars universe that we all know and love, from the prequel time to the original trilogy time, Clone Wars and Rebels. That show was just so phenomenal. Both shows were so phenomenal, and Simon Kinberg clearly understands Star Wars and understands what the fans want. And the fact that he is going to be co-writing the Boba Fett spin-off movie is incredibly exciting and promising. And to have a great filmmaker like James Mangold right next to him as well. Oh my God, this is like a perfect match. Perfect match. You know, there is no official production start date or release date as of yet, but I'm sure as time goes by, we'll be getting more and more solidified confirmations and its announcements as the movie slowly goes into development. Now that they've finally announced this, and the writer and director have been announced, they'll probably start writing it or they'll start pitching it. It'll go into development, and then in the next year or so, it'll probably go into pre-production before it finally starts shooting. Next year, next spring of 2019, is going to see the return of the beloved Star Wars convention this year. I mean, next year, I believe it is supposed to take place in Chicago, Illinois. We will most likely get the trailer for Star Wars Episode 9, which I believe starts filming this summer or already has started filming. And that's coming out in December of 2019. So we'll be getting a trailer for that next year, next spring at the Star Wars convention. And that is most likely when we will be hearing further updates, announcements, and confirmations regarding the Boba Fett spin-off movie. But hopefully we'll be getting a little bit more solidified information as the rest of 2018 goes by. So this is exciting. I hope you guys are just as pumped about this as I am. Boba Fett is actually not one of my favorite characters, but every time he's on screen, I always get a big grin on my face. It's always such a treat to see him in action, no matter what he's doing. And I know he's a beloved fan favorite from over the years, and I hope they do his character justice and that they tell an awesome story all centered around him. I feel like there's a lot of potential. I doubt he'll be going after somebody as big as Han Solo, but we may see him go after other well-known or lesser-known characters in the Star Wars universe, and maybe we'll see him wrestle with his conscience a little bit. I think that would be really interesting to see. Well, guys, what are your thoughts and opinions regarding a Boba Fett spin-off movie finally happening? Are you excited? Are you meh about it? Do you really not give a shit? Can you not wait for this movie? Please leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed Solo, a Star Wars story, which is currently playing in theaters. I think you're going to like it if you're a big Star Wars fan. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of the evening and a great rest of the Memorial Day weekend. Have a good one. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.